Did you know that the air compressor and associated equipment is only 50% of a good compressed air setup? It is all very well to have a nice air compressor to supply you with air, but how are you going to get that air to your workshop or factory and be sure that it has good pressure, no leaks, is free of water contamination and is 100% safe? The other half of a good compressed air setup is to have a proper air piping system to transmit the air from A to B. We would like to introduce you to the Alu-Air compressed air piping system, a cost-effective, efficient and safe way to guarantee that your compressed air is reticulated to where you need it. So let's have a closer look at what Alu-Air can offer you. Alu-Air piping is thin-walled to provide the highest airflow possible. This allows you to choose one size smaller than most other piping alternatives. Alu-Air has a mirror smooth interior which allows for the least turbulence and resulting in minimal pressure drop. This in turn means the compressor can supply air at a lower pressure and ultimately save you energy or electricity costs. Being aluminium, the piping can sustain temperatures of up to 600 degrees Celsius, making it resistant to fire damage. The properties of aluminium means that Alu-Air is very rigid and requires minimal support, saving time and money while looking professional when installed. Alu-Air hangs straight and stays straight, even in very cold or very hot temperatures, unlike other piping which sags over time, collecting and retaining water which cannot be dislodged. It can be easily installed in less than half the time of other pipe options and without the need for special tooling, welding or glue. Alu-Air can be altered, added to or taken down and reassembled at any point. This makes it the perfect solution for most factories and workshops that experience changes or growth needs over time. The aluminium pipe and high density nylon fitting system is designed to be leak free, sealed by an O-ring which expands as the fitting is tightened and also as the air pressure increases. Alu-Air has an operating pressure of up to 12.5 bar or 180 psi. While most compressor systems typically run at only 8 bar or 120 psi. This gives you a safety factor of 1.5. In fact, the best test pressure of Alu-Air has been tested to a whopping 50 bar or 725 psi. Alu-Air is usually installed high on your building walls, out of harm's way, with droppers down to the points you require compressed air. This removes the hazard of trailing or dangerous air hoses to trip on or run over. The Alu-Air piping system can be 100% customised to suit your exact requirements, both in terms of air delivery performance and physical installation. With a variety of piping sizes from 20mm all the way up to 200mm, our system caters to small or large airflows with hundreds of fitting options that are designed to accommodate almost any building installation. Now let us take a closer look at what Alu-Air can bring to your setup. First, we have a ring main, which forms a complete circuit around your workspace where the air is being utilised, establishing the essential framework of your piping system. This ensures consistent air pressure and volume is maintained anywhere along the system so that all of your plant and tools operate effectively. The size of your ring main piping is determined by two main factors. Number one, how much compressed air you are conveying, and number two, how far from the air compressor you are going. The correct ring main sizing can be found by our Alu-Air sizing chart. The ring main is typically a large pipe size which starts off at the air compressor installation and encircles the four walls of a factory or workshop and installed at full stud height or at least 5 metres from the floor. Next, we have the droppers, which are the take-off points, bringing the compressed air down to where you require it. These are usually from 20 or 25mm piping and up to 6 metres long, while higher stud buildings could be double this. Droppers are best installed at the time of the ring main installation. However, these can be added down the track and as your requirements change or grow. There is no limit to the number of droppers that you can have. Finally, come to the termination blocks or outlet points, which can be single, double, triple or even quadruple as required. These blocks are fixed safely to the wall and accommodate the air couplers for you to plug your hose into. At the bottom of the termination block is a thumb screw condensate drain, and when drained frequently prevents water from entering your airline and causing damage downstream. Sometimes you may need droppers coming down in the middle of your workshop or factory plant. This is usually done by flexible hose, hung at just above head height and low enough to reach. Once you have a good Alu-Air compressed air piping installation, you can choose many options for finishing the setup to customise the system and suit your particular needs. These include recoil air hoses, good for smaller air requirements above production areas and to prevent untidy and tangling air hoses. Retractable hose reels, perfect for auto repair shops where the compressed air use is more occasional and needs to accommodate moving vehicles. High flow couplers for higher air usage such as large impact wrenches and some high demand manufacturing machines. If you would like to find out more, get in touch with our team at 0800 555 018 or visit our website at industrialair.co.nz.